Ralph, what do you think about the chassis?
It's very bad. I can't believe you got it back from Spain.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the welder did well to just patch it up.
I mean, that there is cracked.
Yeah.
Right through. And you can see what he did in Spain to patch it up. I'm surprised you got it back.
Yeah. Well, it was getting it back under the instruction, don't go over any speed humps or go off-road.
I think that was wise.
Yeah. You haven't seen the rear axle yet either. Yeah, I had Tim on the grinder the other day cleaning this up, and I did my best with my sandblaster until it failed.
Crikey.
So this one, that was just being held on by a bit of threaded bar that guy welded on. So that all needs welding off, grinding off, and hopefully we'll find some steel to weld to.
So you were very lucky to make it back from Spain then. But yeah, I mean, that needs doing, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
But probably priority is get the chassis sorted.
Yeah.
And then this can be almost.
Yeah, because the good thing about this is that once the chassis is done, at least we can start putting things back together, and then this can be put on later on when we've got it fixed.
Yeah.
Ralph has kindly offered to come and help us weld up Daisy's chassis. As well as a Banger Rally veteran, Ralph is an expert welder and fabricator. Ralph is starting by making a jig. This will mark where the new cross member will go. While Charlotte starts removing the old brackets from the rear axle. Charlotte is a student at Plymouth University. She's studying civil engineering. She's a fully qualified welder and has had lots of experience welding and fabricating in her studies.
Oh, hello, inside here.
Hello.
What are you doing?
Taking out all the wiring for the sirens.
For the sirens? Was that the one that...
All your cow noises.
Cow noises?
Yeah. Undoing the work we did 2 years ago.
Oh. So would it still make the noise now?
I don't know. This was on the list, so I'm doing it.
Tim has done the Banger Rally 3 times before and has had lots of experience helping us work on Daisy.
Which was the bit that broke again?
It's the cross member here. So it's snapped at this end.
Yeah.
And this is where the guy in Spain welded it up with 2 bits of gate.
Yeah.
And so yeah, this is the piece that we're removing. And Ralph's built this jig to mark where the holes are for the upper trailing arm mounts. So when we put the new cross member in, we'll be able to line up those holes with his jig to make sure it's in the right place.
Well, that's the theory anyway.
That is the theory. Roughly in the right place.
If we nibble round that, we'll go straight through there, and then try and clean it up from the other side, maybe. So really, you only had about an inch of metal there before that one fell out as well.
Yeah, he's welded along here, hasn't he, to fix that crack. I mean, it was actually detached.
Welded.
Yeah. All got some.
I think you're using that term quite loosely.
Yeah.
Tim is sandblasting off the fuel tank, while Ralph and I are removing the rusty chassis cross member.
Okay, big moment. Here comes Daisy's cross member. Yeah, something for the mantelpiece.
Lovely.
Alright, now we'll just wash a new one in, easy.
Sibs. This is bad here, that John.
No, it needs something there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You feel how thin it is. So, These are all made by Dave, Blood Red Off-Road. That's our cross member. Now you might notice it's not quite long enough. So it comes with these pieces.
So it's a nice kit of parts then.
Yeah.
All we're going to do is work out how it goes.
Yeah. And the good thing about those plates is that we don't have to have a round hole. We can make a square hole and weld it in.
Okay.
And then we've got the upper spring mounts.
Both of these got to go on, or just one?
I think both of them, well we've got them. The other one is not as bad, but we'll do whatever we've got time to do really.
What are these?
Those are the rear trailing arms for the...
Oh, so they're just a bolt-in part?
Yeah, we don't need to worry about them. And those go on the rear axle.
Right.
Do you want to have a look at that?
Yep.
Come on down.
That disc must be worn out by now on there.
There's not a lot of space either side of the wheel either.
Yeah. In there I took the guard off so I could get in, because you just couldn't get in otherwise. But then, it's not nice when you've got no guard when you're grinding.
No, I mean...
Serena has joined us to help us with some of the filming and the catering.
Recording.
Okay. Georgie, how you doing? Okay.
She's going to attach to the end of that.
Okay.
We were going to overplate that with the round, with the plate, weren't we?
Yes, that's right, yeah.
So there's not a lot of dressing to do there, that's fine.
So that's all strong enough to just weld the plate
And then put the plate over here,
Yeah.
then we can slide that, once we've fully welded that, we can then weld that on. All I've got to do is let that in that side then, and chop this tube, and we're done then.
Okay.
Just washing then and just tacking it all, and it's done. Just. That's all we've got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Bottom half anyway, brand new, and then she'll have a few new stickers on her because we'll have
The updated one.
we just have like we're not team number 92 anymore, so that needs to come off.
Oh, I like that everyone signed it.
Yeah.
That's fab.
And then the other one on the other side is our hashing group. Nice.
Oh, cool.
One sits a lot shorter than this as well. So obviously they've given you that so that you can find something to weld it to, but I think you are going to end up welding it on, then hammering that down so it's in approximately the right place.
Yeah, sounds alright.
Yeah.
Right, I'll finish cleaning this up, then we'll try and clamp this somewhere where that's level.
Yeah.
That needs to come out, but I'll get that out in a minute.
Perfect job. I'm doing it fetal position.
Right, pop her in. I've taken as many measurements and photographs of it as I can, but because we haven't got one to tack onto the other side, either we can stop or we can figure out a way of working out the angle for that if it's important.
Because also, do you want to keep that one?
And then we can cut that one off.
Cut what one off?
This one.
Yeah. And do we want to keep what?
Yeah, I mean,
Bracket,
do
the
you
lower
reckon that's
bracket.
in good enough condition to salvage, or do you
And
want, as
also,
well having
do you
to
think
make up
that-
another one?
We'll be able to get it off without damage.
We have found that as well as the upper trailing arm brackets, the anti-roll bar brackets are also very rusted, so we're making new ones to replace them. I had learnt a lot from watching Ralph and Charlotte on our welding day, so felt confident that I could try my hand at some welding myself. After welding on the new upper spring plates, I'm now making replacement brackets to reinforce the new cross member.
So I thought I'd get a head start today. I welded in the last few little brackets on the new cross member. We've got some exhaust hangers, something for a brake pipe. This is a fuel breather, and the little handbrake cable brackets. So they're all on now, and I've put some extra bracing on the bottom of the cross member at each end as per original. Now I was just about ready to take it down for painting. I thought, oh, I better drill out the last of the studs which broke off when I was taking off the under trays and fuel tank and things. And I came to the fuel tank brace, which is supposed to be here, and I started drilling out a bolt, and then I realised the bolt, the stud, was welded to a bit of tin behind it inside this channel, and this tin is completely rusted out. And I've been really complimentary of Daihatsu for not having any plated steel which can gather moisture and therefore rust, but this is awful. They've got a bit of thin tin angle going through this channel, which has just harboured moisture, and it's just rusted right out. Look at that. So I've had to grind off this bit of channel from there to get to this bit of tin, and I'm going to have to cut this out now and then weld nuts onto the inside of this channel to replace the captive nuts that are on this bit of tin. Such a pain, it's really set me back, but hopefully I'll crack on with this, and then this afternoon I can prepare for painting. A little bit cleaner. not the tidiest of welding, but it's better than what Daihatsu did.
I'm now washing off the chassis to prepare it for painting. I'm lifting it at different angles to ensure dirt and old bits of rust can be washed out from within the chassis legs. I've used my engine lift balancer to create a pivot point in the middle of the chassis so I can reach all the parts easily with a spray gun. I'm soaking the steel inside and out using POR 15 metal prep and I've left it for an hour or so. It seems to have been really effective in converting all the rust and etching the bare metal surfaces. This is then thoroughly rinsed off and dried. The fuel tank, the chassis and the rear axle are all now ready for repainting. Now I'm applying a couple of thin coats of POR 15 to the inside and the outside of the chassis. I'm really happy with the finish. This coating should keep Daisy's chassis rust free for many years to come. I'm parking the chassis back in the shed and will leave it for a couple of days to allow the POR 15 to cure. Meanwhile, in the big shed, I've raised Daisy's body so I can prepare the underneath for painting. Mainly using a wire brush on a drill, I removed any loose underseal and rust and keyed up any remaining paint or bare metal. This should allow a good key for a good couple of coats of POR 15. Now pretty much all the main parts have been repainted. We're really excited to start rebuilding again. Join us next time for reassembling Daisy.